Hey folks, Kyle here at Ace in the Desert. Welcome to another video. Today we're back with filming yet another Collegiate Daylong. Today's theme is match points. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So we pick up a 16 count, 2-3, 2-6. Very good hand. If partner's like very pure hearts, it's hard to expect more. If partner is like at least one outside ace and ace king of hearts, they would probably open the bidding one heart. So we're just gonna place this hand in game. We have a source of tricks. Partners should have good enough hearts. We might be off like three aces, but we should theoretically have like one hard loser and one or two top tricks. Maybe we have no hard losers and we just lose like two pointed suit aces. So we're just gonna blast a game and see what occurs. They cash ace of diamonds, which is super friendly. We don't have to worry about them setting up this. So the only danger is the black ace. They're not underleading the ace of spades here, so we can safely play low, maybe develop a little bit more luck there. And they're going to bash out the ace of spades. We could be rough low. We could rough with like the sixes hearts. And we're going to pull two ends of trump. Just see what happens. If trump's the 3-1, we could still fall back on clubs being... If clubs are 3-2, we're fine. If clubs are 4-1, I think we're still actually okay. Because even if East roughs this, we have two entries back to our hand. So we're just going to lose the high heart for making 4 on the dime, which is a good start. So next we pick up an 18 count, 4-1, 4-4. They open a club. We overcalling 1-0 on this with a stiff heart. Never really works out that well, but we don't have a suit. I'm just going to treat this as a 5-card spade suit. Because I don't want partner transferring me to a 5-card heart suit. Partner bids 2 hearts, showing a good hand, and here we're just gonna lock the contract in 3-0. Hopefully partner is a good enough hand to pull through. Now East open the club. If diamonds are 3-2, we have 3 diamonds, 3 spades, a 6, 7, 8. So we either need a 9th trick and clubs, or we need the 9th trick. I can't think else where else the 9th trick would come from. So could duck this. I'm just gonna win ace and maybe if I want to hook the first diamond, we're missing queen jack of diamonds. So my instinct is to hook the first diamond. East may win a singleton honor, but then I can test and discover the 4-1 next round and still be pretty okay off. So we're gonna play a diamond. We pick up the diamonds here. And then I'm pretty sure East has the high club. That never looks so good. I'm gonna have to knock out the club now. I could have ducked the club at trick 1, but then I put myself in danger of the heart shift. It's like they can cash the next high heart here. Luckily, if they shifted to a low heart, then we would have been in trouble. But we can still make it because we could still make it at this point because they left it with the high heart. They could have set us if they shifted to the 7 hearts. They would have cashed 3 hearts, a club, and a diamond for down 1. But they did not defend optimally. We pick up a 13 count, 1, 5, 3, 4. We open a heart. Partner bids 1-0, denying 4 spades. We're gonna just bid into our clubs. Partner invites, and we have a very pure hand if partner does not have spade wastage, so we're just gonna go. Diamond shift looks awfully singleton, but it could be from 3. I'm not committed to putting in the jack of diamonds yet, because I could still hook it a later round. We're gonna full duck this. We pick up the queen, which is golden. I don't know why I unblocked the 8 of hearts. For some reason, I thought of the 7 of hearts. But we do pick up all the hearts here. Missing just 1. I think I'm going to pull the heart and work on the diamonds. If diamonds break 3-1, that's 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, a 6, and the ace of clubs is game. So I can lose a diamond, a spade, and one other trick. So we'll just make the damn contract. Diamond split through two. We're in a pretty good position. So they do. So we're gonna make +1, which is a pretty tame result. We'll lose 2 clubs. We could just do like this. There's no really club spade squeeze because even if they don't cash the club here, they switch to a spade. They now know to guard the club because I've only have hearts and clubs. So there's if I could maybe I'd like full deck the club, rough a spade, but then they still know. So 14 count. We're gonna just double. I could bid 2 clubs. Again, I never didn't say my shape. I like saying my shape. We're 4-1, 4-5. And let's see what we want to do. I like a 2-man overcall to often be 6 cards. Let's just double here because it's pretty. I want to be more flexible coming into this auction in case there's danger. Partner bid spades, which is probably often 5 spades, and then they raise to 3 hearts. I could compete to 3 spades if I want. I feel like doing that just because I can. We might have just set them in 3 hearts. We probably have like 5 passive tricks. I'm just gonna go diamond, diamond, diamond rough. Oh, they didn't find the diamond rough right now. Okay, I'm making this contract now, as long as spades are no worse than 4-2. Because we can just pull 2 rounds of trump. And I can just let them rough whenever they want. I don't really give a shit. They get 2 roughs. Take him whenever you want, boys. Or ladies. If I wanted to be a little more risque at match points, I could have tried to see if spades were 3-3, but I'm not. Just going plus on this hand is good. Like, I think we said 3 hearts 1. And if we go back and look at that hand briefly, so let's shift this up. We get a heart, 2 spades, and a club, so done 1. So we did good here. 140 is better than the alternative. Partner opens a spade. We have a 13 count, 3-4-4-2. We're gonna bid the bots. I'll just bid 2 diamonds because we're gonna go to like a boring 4 spades. It's like just mislead them a little bit. We'll just show the support. Partner shows a minimum, which is expected because we're playing best hand, and they bid a heart. We don't need to finesse the 10 of hearts or anything fancy. We can always do that later with this heart holding. Late shift to heart and hope there's no hard rough. Like we see that they have 3 toppers. Hopefully, if there's no hard rough, then we're home free. We're not gonna take the diamond finesse. And I do need to rough a club. That is true. As long as they each follow once, there's only 2 spades out. We can rough the club high and continue pulling our trumpers for making it. So the next hand we pick up a 12 count, 4x1, stiff club. I'm not going to double here if a stiff and an unbid suit. I could consider like a spade overcall, a spade over a heart because it consumes space, or I could just pass. Let's get in with a spade. My gut's telling me to get in here, and partner shows a competitive hand with 4, maybe 5 spades. Stiff club is good. No diamond wastage is good, but this is not like game going, and we're missing an extra trump. So like I'd probably make this. They ran the 4 diamonds, which is quite interesting. And then I'm really struggling to double this, so I think we just are forced to pass. Either lead the singleton club or a spade. I'm struggling with what to do here. Because we know it's only an 8-card spade fit, probably. I'm going to go for the rough. Maybe get some luck here. Michael Rosenberg says knock out the ace if you can. Unfortunately, I think East has 6 clubs. So we maybe had to take 2 spades and a heart off the top. This is not looking great. This is looking really fucked up. The partner doesn't have the queen of clubs. They only get 2 pitches in their hand. It's still very bad for us. Oh, it looks like we could have cashed 2 spades and a heart, I think. No, 1 spade. Okay, so partner did have 5 spades and restrained themselves. We actually make 4 major, which is interesting. Partner's very weak, but we have the double fit. So we can take 2. We can take. Oh, sorry, we can take 2 hearts and a spade off the top. But that's very hard to do. That might be an okay board for us. Even though it kind of sucks, should be very similar for everyone. We pick up a 26 count? 26 points, okay. Bots don't have play Kokish Relay, so we're forced to just bid 3-0 to show the strength. Partner's transferring to spades. Key carding, which we like a lot. We have 4 of them. Partner's probably off. Let's burn off the top spade. Very lame Texas transfer. This isn't even safe. We need the ace of spades of East. 6-0 would have been okay. No, 6-0 also needs the spade, but this is down on 4-1 spades. This is pretty bad. So hopefully spades are 3-2. Or we're kind of scared. Pick a bridge god and pray. And they split. So we make it. Hopefully everyone's just in the same conundrum on that stupid board. The 5 diamonds. So they bid forcing 1-0. Like such a solid suit like this, it's kind of a conundrum of what to do. I just want to consume space from them. The bots are like really bad. Like I kind of knew they had to fit in a major. Unfortunately here, like there's a decent chance we make. We're gonna make 4 spades, 5 diamonds, I think. Because the spade finesse is, because they didn't lead a club, I can take the spade finesse, and they also opened a spade, so 7, 9, 10. Is that only 10 tricks? I guess I have 10 tricks. They led the club. Three, 6. Okay, 7. So I have 8 diamonds. I had 8 diamonds here, right? 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I was 8. It's 1, 1, 3, 8. Is that a bridge shape? I guess that is. Okay, so I guess we just pull trumps. And we're eventually gonna like hook west for the king of spades that they're pretty much known to have. Oh, I don't even have to hook anymore. I don't think, right? Because they... Crazy. They're letting me make all the tricks. I don't know what just happened. Wow. I feel kind of snowed. I mean, I obviously wasn't supposed to take all those heart tricks. They can always keep the ace of hearts. So we got rather snowed on that 5 diamonds. I thought we would have some protection. But it's looking like that's a 0% right now. But we crushed them on every other board basically. So we still have a 68% with a 0. Go figure. Bridge is a game like that sometimes. Um, we can look briefly back at that board. I'm just curious, like, let's pop that one open in a new window. I'm curious why I figured I'd have at least some variance, like, to protect this result. I didn't think it'd actually be a pure 0. So if we center this hand a little bit, can I like zoom out a bit? I'll try to center it in my template. You can sort of see I had the stiff. I don't want to adjust the size of my window. So I have the stiff club, just remember that. Alright, so I guess people pass with my hand, or if you double with my hand, I mean, like, that may really screw them up, because, like, what does West do over my double? Like, I guess they might still bet it on forcing 2 clubs, but if I double on this hand, I win a lot with partner. I guess the 1 spade overcall is probably I mean, I think it's a pretty solid action, but I can see, like, the level of bridge for this game is, like, pretty beginner intermediate, and 4-card overcalls aren't going to come in very often. So I chose a very high variance instance myself by choosing a spade. Partner chose 3 clubs. And when they get to 5 diamonds, like, I don't think there's anything I can really do after 3 spades. I'm never going to compete to 5 spades over 5 diamonds. So it's like, can I find the right defense here? Maybe the singleton's just the wrong defense when partner is a weak hand and I don't trump. So I could cash the ace of spades, and then I just don't know if I'm going to break hearts right away, because it just feels like partner very easily could have the club guarded, and, like, blowing the heart could blow the whole game. So I don't know exactly what to do. So sometimes you gotta just lay in your bed and deal with it. Like, a lead is just a lead. I don't think the club lead's especially terrible. It gives away the whole hand on this case. So with that, hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye.